Okay, so welcome to DYOR Podcast show, and today I'm joined by a guest from Cryptohubke, Faiza. Introduce yourself to DYOR listeners, and then we get this episode started.
Thank you very much, Hazard, for inviting me to DYOR podcast. This is an amazing place where we get to share our stories. So my name is Faiza Naserian, and I am a founder of Cryptohubke. And my role in blockchain is community development, or if you like it, community management or community building. Everything that concerns community, that's my work. Thank you, Hazard.
Okay, so what about community management in the world of blockchain? Can you talk a little bit about this concept?
Yes, the concept of community management in a world of blockchain is actually brought about by the fact that in the Web2, ecosystem, we've had the government, we've had big corporation build products, and all they do is they advertises for us, and we're actually forced to use those products. While there could be other innovations that could, if they allowed, there could be better than those. So it came from a world where people being confined of not being creative and building solutions of whatever problems they're facing to a and now the fourth industrial revolution, which is blockchain, that gives people the power to actually be able to build the products. Now these people are building the products, so who are the consumers? They have to go all the way to to make sure the products reach out to the community. So the heart of blockchain really is community. So you see how we have different blockchains, like you see Bitcoin blockchain, there's a Cardano one, there's Polygon. So all those have communities, and they've had to actually work very hard to be able to get the loyalty of those of those people to be their community. So community is simply the heart of the blockchain. Every developer, all these developers are going to build the products, but who are going to be the consumers? There has to be a community there. So my role in blockchain is simply being able to communicate the products of a certain company to the community. And that's how I recruit the people into, buying the products, the services, and every value they get. So that's how community building works in blockchain.
So probably if I add something on that, so by community building or other community, can we also take it as in this other kind of perspective? Like, let me use an example of NFTs, non-fungible tokens. So there's a community of people who are very interested in the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So they kind of build a community that is suited to their liking. So people who have like a similar interest on the on the mindset of probably what the Bored Ape community stands for can join that community so that they share the same kind of mindset. Can that also be a form of viewing communities in the block space? Now,
Yes.
just to add something, let's say, for example, in the world of blockchain, there are Bitcoin maxis and then there are altcoiners. So there's a whole community of Bitcoin maxis who believe in the very strong decentralization that Bitcoin brings. So there's a whole community that share those kind of values. Then in this other community of altcoiners, there are others people who believe in scaling solutions of what blockchain can do. Can we also kind of view this as kind of community building?
Yes, because what makes up a community is actually a common
goal.
a common tool that, or common rules or
Mm-hmm.
goals that actually people are actually agreeing on.
Mm-hmm.
So if a lot of us are agreeing on a particular, you see how there are different churches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the yeah, some people will want to go to this church for their own reasons, and others will want to go to this church for their own reason. But at the end of the day, they're still a blockchain community. It's just that they believe in the future of this particular project, and this other one believes in the future of this particular project for their own reasons. So also those are I like that you actually brought that up as another different way to how to view communities, because I'm actually looking back at the communities that I am actually in. I usually just join the communities that I get value from. For example, news sites. There's a community in on Telegram called Crypto Shots. They give you like timely news. There's another one called Unfolds. So for me, I know what I need to achieve in the blockchains. I need news. What else do I need? So I really just really join that particular community where they're discussing a, they're sharing a common goal. So I think it's just a great way to even so live in this online world, because it's been so lonely there during Facebook times.
Yeah. And yeah,
Yeah.
that you also remind me I'm also part of communities that I share same values with. For example, if you're a developer, if you go to
Mhm.
sites like Reddit, you'll find there are communities for devs. So they just discuss developer stuff. The community for, let me say, anime, they just discuss anime. There's community for fashion, stuff like that. So they kind of form groups, and yeah, that's kind of the communities.
And for everyone who is listening to this podcast,
Mhm.
like DYOR podcast, you're also, it means that you believe in the vision, you believe in the value that the DYOR podcast is delivering, and that makes you part of this community.
Yeah, the
So
DYOR.
it means that you being here, you're feeling a sense of belonging, a sense of direction, and that's why we are here to bring you like different content.
Yeah, so yeah, just to echo on that, DYR is just a Web3 podcast show where we usually just discuss about blockchain stuff, Web3, and everything that is happening in the crypto space. So Faiza, uh, can you tell me about the inception of Cryptohubke? How you got this idea into your head as the founder of this, let me call it community, now that we're speaking about communities, yeah, of Cryptohubke community. So over to you.
So how it started, yeah, thank you for that question. So how it started is it was I got into the blockchain space in a very, very rough road. Um I was in network marketing earlier, but I choose to quit. But then I still found myself in network marketing, but now the platform was said to be deployed it was on a blockchain. So there was all the advantages. So I decided to do it. But after 6 months into it, I lost money, my team lost money. I was so stressed, but everything I was doing was interesting. I mean, interacting with Ethereum, sending you money. I just felt like it's a whole other new world where we are having so much power over your own money. So after that incident happened, it was a scam. It was called Forsage. Yes, I made a lot of money myself, but I also lost a lot of money, and I wasn't really happy. So I decided to really do a research on exactly what was blockchain. And that's how I came to a realization that the Ethereum is not the only coin. I came and looked at, there's Bitcoin. So for me, way back, I used to hear about Bitcoin, but I used to hear it as a scam. So I realized there's Bitcoin. I realized there's over 5,000 plus different coins during that time. So I decided, okay, so all these people that have actually lost money are actually going to just go home, like without the knowledge, like understanding exactly why they lost their money. So for me, that was an inspiration to really start a community where we are educating each other about the knowledgeable truths on exactly what is blockchain so that we don't lose money. My favorite mentor says that he says, this is said by Jim Rohn. He says that what you don't use, you lose. So I had the knowledge. So I took it out by myself and said, you know what? I am going to learn about blockchain in the public domain. So that's how I was like, okay, Cryptohubke, hashtag cryptocurrency Kenya. So I'm just going to be changing an account that was a football tool. And I started switching my conversations all to blockchain, finance, politics, things that affect, a common person. And that was just my strategy to learn about blockchain. So I'm actually 1.5 years into it. And because of my active involvement into the blockchain, I feel like I have achieved way much or a lot than the people um who have been here earlier, or who are like, it's just my journey has been so fast just because of a decision that I decided to make my learning in the public domain, because I believe we are living in an attention economy. So that's how Cryptohubke grew. So when I came into the space, I just really started doing Twitter spaces every Sunday. I just started having conversation. And as of January 2022, and I attended the first blockchain event that was on 28th. And I go there and I learned that there are actually people who are building careers over this. For me at that time, you can clearly see that I'm building a community without even knowing I could actually be monetized for it.
Mm-hmm. So, what drove you
So
to?
it's through that event that I learned, so what I'm doing is actually called community management. So I started looking, I learned like ways to look for jobs. I was like, oh, now I'm intentional, like I have the skills. And within a month, I landed a job. And that's how I now started practicing community management real time.
Okay, so what drove you to start Cryptohubke was you felt you had gathered some knowledge in the world of blockchain, and you just wanted to share it with the rest of the people so that it doesn't go into waste. But then you attended some meetups and you found out some people are actually making a living in the world of blockchain. So this kind of even, let me say, catalyzed your, what can I say, your love for community management to kind of share this kind of knowledge with the rest of the people that had
Yeah.
similar interests.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you had started being intentional with this, does Cryptohubke now have like some mission or vision in the Web3 space that you'd like to share?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So because it was like, I feel like Cryptohubke is like mostly my journey. Like I have really grown with it. So I feel like Cryptohubke has been offering um like free educational classes, and in all these classes, all I teach as a as a you know as a tutor is you know what? You don't actually need anything technical to be in the Web3 space. Whatever skill that you have, you can actually just twitch it a little bit. And we're just really focused more on the people development. We want people to be resilient. We want people, if because I am not a developer, I don't have like there are not really much developers who can teach other developers. Like unless the other communities. I mean, there are people that I feel like they could be reached out to if we actually have localized like all these technical conversations. So so we run those classes, and by the end of like we do it every quarter for 30 days, and usually through these classes we get feedback from students saying that, hi Faiza, I actually got a job through this. I learned a lot using during the classes. Others actually start their own communities. Others go and partner with people to become founders. I even have someone who has been in the class. He's a website. He sells watches, and he was like on a path of like creating a website. And now he decides that he's going to actually have crypto and Bitcoin part of like one of the payment methods, or like he will accept crypto as, just because this person does not know anything about trading, first of all, does not know anything about Twitter, like completely. This is someone I just met in the street. He was selling books, and he's like, you know what, he was selling books and watches, like these motivational books and watches. And then we just start talking, and how I have seen these people transform, or how I see blockchain, is just not about the soft skills. There are skills like, you can teach someone how to apply all these things into the business. So as Cryptohubke, we've been trying to instill and, share so much information around that. And I really try so much to also let the students, in the first cohort also be able to be the tutors in the second cohort, because I want to be able to see these students, practice the skills. So that's where we are currently. We just got done with our second cohort that had 175 students.
Yeah, that's a large community. I was almost coming towards most of the stuff you talked about, like what happens in Cryptohubke and some of the success stories. And just from your short story, I've already gathered a lot of information. So through your educational platform, you're able to transform a lot of lives to find their niche actually in blockchain. You don't have to necessarily be a dev or a trader, but you can even incorporate things like payment systems in your business. Like now that guy you say is selling watches, he's now able to incorporate payment in Bitcoin. So imagine even a tourist approaches his business, and maybe the tourist is having a hard time changing his money to Kenyan shillings and stuff, but suddenly he realizes this guy accepts crypto. So you can imagine how easy the trade can be, because crypto is cross border and it's instant. So that's an amazing thing you're doing to the crypto community. I think I'm inspired by Cryptohubke.
Yeah, our slogan is path to Web3. Your path to Web3.
Your path to
Web3.
To Web3.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, I see. So you are saying that you met this stranger just on the book's person still. So how can people or other people get involved in Cryptohubke? How can people join this amazing Cryptohubke?
So first of all, we are a very open community. We welcome new people into our community, whether you are the first time person, whether you are, just, there, like 50-50, at least you can understand some blockchain terms, and someone who's an expert. Everyone is welcome. So we have our Telegram community. You can find us there. We have that is at Cryptohubke. We have our WhatsApp community, which is at Cryptohubke. So for you to really get the WhatsApp link, usually we for new persons, like we usually prefer to send me a message or like just send us a DM, because we once put our WhatsApp link in public and it was chaotic. We really wanted to build an intimate community so that when you come as a new person, when you come as whatever knowledge you have in the Web3 space, you can actually gain value from this community, because these are people with the spirit and the resilience to learn and to be able to change their, how to fix, they're fixing the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, so of course, again, follow us on Twitter at Cryptohubke. We also have a very nice TikTok channel, or what is it called? TikTok channel or TikTok account at Cryptohubke.
Okay.
Yeah, we are also on YouTube. Mm-hmm. at Cryptohubke. So all the platform, including Instagram and Facebook pages, at Cryptohubke.
Okay, so I'll just drop all your handles in the episode descriptions. Then the listeners will just follow up and follow you along. So I'm still curious about some stuff about Cryptohubke. Are there other kinds of success stories, probably from community members?
Yeah, there are so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
One, I have. You see what happened? Hazard is, I believe in building people, the business of building people. So when I first had like the first cohort of 30 days of free skill race, I decided to actually, the goal was to really pick, of course, to impact and make sure there is knowledge. But I also wanted to have people around me, people I can mentor, and people who we can actually team up and build something maybe sometime in the future. So I started investing in it. And by the time of my first cohort, I actually picked like best 15 students. I made them practice their skills on community building on Cryptohubke. I took them through the process of creating documentation. I mean, just the process of really community building. Others will be like, I would let others be the one organizing the calls. I mean, I made sure that whatever that was taught in class was actually, they were actually experiencing it real time. Every time I got job offers, I would actually throw it to them. And actually two of them have gotten like good jobs that are really paying well so far. And those people are actually the people I call my core team. And you see what excites me most is actually these are the same people who are the tutors for the second cohort.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I didn't even have to do all the classes. So, and I am so proud of them because I have seen their growth. I remember one of them whose name is Cheryl. When she came to the class, she said, I have been doing, I'm not really a new person in the blockchain space, but I feel like I have been in the shadows, and I just really want to know how I need to position myself out there so that I get the jobs, I get the roles, or like I get to really connect with the right people. So I trained her, or we trained her. We really have to learn from each other how to like make ourselves visible. And we did a lot. And I mean, so far, her social media is the best. I mean, I still go through it every day. I'm like, this was a student. She is really doing great. She also got a job. Like, we're just saying that, you see, if you start doing things correctly, just doing the right thing, you can actually monetize. That's just a simple skill in Web3. So there are so many other success stories. Others have become ambassadors to projects. I even encourage them to make sure if they ever come across a chance to become one of the startup founders, I encourage them to go for it, because I think one of the things that has really built me in this space is being part of a startup that just got started, and that helps them learn a lot. So there are so many success stories.
How are you able to handle all this? Is Cryptohubke a one-person team, or you have like partners, or do you, just like you iterated, the best students kind of help you push your agenda, or how do you run Cryptohubke now that it's expanding more and more?
So basically, this is a community. Cryptohubke is not really about me. So it's all about the community, and it's actually the community that helps to push everything that you see. So if we have to do anything as Cryptohubke, I never look outside. I always look at the community and I tell them, you know what, guys, we need to do this and this and this, because it's not really about me. It's actually about them. I have this event that was actually organized by my community, and it was actually organized by the students.
Wow.
So this is an event. There was a hip hop event. This was actually an entertainment event. Then they were like, how can we reach to artists? Can we actually partner with? Then it happened that one of them actually knew the person who was organizing the event, and they were so excited to learn about crypto, to even hear about Web3, to see us there. We went there with the team. I didn't even talk. I really introduced myself, but me just there to see to see the community actually take charge, to actually try and teach other people and onboard them into this into this community, is actually something that is amazing. So that is how we run Cryptohubke. It's completely a community based, or a community run community.
All right. Community driven community. So does Cryptohubke have partners? Do you have like some can I be your partner? Can DYOR be your partner, or do you have some partnerships out there with probably some blockchain protocols where you can drive some of your best students to go and look for jobs there? Or
we have partners, and this partnership usually sometimes seasonal, but we have long-term partners who, whenever we have an event, that is we partner for events, we partner for education, we partner for anything that that deals with, or that aligns with the vision of empowering, educating, and actually making sure that the community is headed into the right direction. So we have recently partnered with Kiboko Down, and I partnered with them, or we partnered with them rather, for the purpose of letting developers into our space, and also exposing our students now to the building side of the blockchain, because I'll be honest, we have not really touched on development. We really mention it, but I'm like, guys, focus, let us learn the basics. If anyone can pick up any soft skill, as you do blockchain development better. I actually have students who are already enrolled for blockchain development master classes, and already some of them are actually monetizing their soft skills of like community moderation, community marketing. We also really source a lot of like job opportunities for our students. So every single day we make sure that there are at least 5 to 10 job opportunities dropped on our WhatsApp group. So we make sure that people are actually alert and people are actually looking and actively looking for these opportunities. We do not allow people to be comfortable.
Okay, I'm definitely joining the group to check on.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. So just on that, maybe we can talk a bit about some of the future plans that you have in mind. I know it's a community-driven community, but as the founder, maybe you have like some future plans to even make it bigger and better.
Yeah. So I don't know. The future could be now. I don't know when this podcast is going to air, but yeah, the future could be tomorrow. Maybe I could be launching something tomorrow, or the future could be really close. But yeah, for sure, we have a plan, and the plan is just to also involve the community even better, and even to to elate the community, and to make sure that we are actually providing real-time value to the community. So the plan is we are going to be having a show, and I'm not gonna really give the details now.
It's okay.
But should I?
You want to surprise us, which is okay.
I would want. This is just not. It's a show, but just the fact that I've told you it's a show does not mean that you have any idea what kind of a show it's gonna be. But I'm just trying to give you a good show. But the thing is, it's the themes still remain: educate, empower, and impact. That's our theme.
All right, your pathway to Web3.
Yeah.
As long as I'm a guest in that show, I don't really care about the dates. I know you'll put me in the guest list. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
Look at you inviting yourself to my show.
I'm positioning myself. I'm learning from you. You said you don't entertain comfort, so
yeah, there's no comfort.
I want you to know.
I recently learned.
Yeah.
Sorry. I recently learned something. I think it was yesterday. Can I read it for you guys?
Yeah, sure.
Just give me a second, and if anyone, it's about being normal.
Normal. Okay.
Yeah. Like, it's about being normal. Like, we really love to be normal. Let me just show you. Let me just read it for you guys. Wait, do I even have it?
You can even paraphrase it if you remember it.
Okay, no worries. Maybe I'll send you. Just share a link. Okay.
I guess you found it.
Yeah, I found it.
We're all ears.
You see, they say is that.
Now
let me read it, because this one is actually very important. It says that all humans adapt to their environment. It's both a blessing and a curse. Normal, in quotes, is a very powerful concept. So that tells you and I that normal is just a concept. To some people, it's just normal to be very strong, very rich, very strong, like you, Hazard. You look very strong. I think you should do a video podcast so that these people can see you. But some people consider it's normal to be famous. But some people consider it's normal to be, just average, broke, be a church person. There is normal for everyone. But to be anything less, whatever, whatever normal, whatever you're normal, you will always be out of your place. So, and that's what we call the natural human instinct, that everyone is actually always fighting, because normal will lead to acceptance, right? Acceptance will lead to inaction. And of course, we always say that action is the only thing that will change your life. So it's important for everyone here to look at yourself. What is your normal? Is it normal for you to be poor, weak, alone, stupid, heartbroken? Is that your normal? I mean, is that what you have allowed your body and mind to be accustomed to? So you just need to be very aware of what you consider normal, and because normal is always where you will naturally end up.
Is it normal for you to live without knowing what blockchain has in store for us?
Yeah, is it that?
I find
Exactly,
normal to
that's
be
a good
boring.
question.
Whenever I hear the term normal, I say normal is boring. Because,
exactly.
What people kind of think to be normal is kind of something to do with comfort zone. So I don't really fancy normal. Anyway, just like you said, find your normal and know how to adjust.
Yeah.
So, Faiza, can you advise me or any other founder out there? Do you have some kind of not parting shot, but some kind of an advice for a founder? Because you're a founder of an amazing community in the Web3 space. So probably one of your students asks for an advice. As a founder, what can you tell them or advise them?
I tell them that whatever you imagine, write it down and put down a strategy and start working on it, because everyone has an idea, right? But most people don't know how to go about ideas, right? So I always tell my students every single day that whatever you think can work, don't if whatever, like I recently was speaking to some founder friends about a project that we are yet to launch, and everyone has their own idea about my project, right? Everyone is not idea but opinion. Like the way I can come to you, Hazard, and I'm speaking to you about my idea, and you're giving me opinions. But the reason why I'm doing this particular, I'm actually speaking to you to actually just really pick up your brain. But to some people, if you told me, hey, Faiza, this doesn't look like it works. While we're in the bear market, there's no money, people are broke, there's no need for you to launch it, you'll just learn. So for me, I believe that if you have an idea, you are the one who knows best. And you need to understand that whatever idea you have in mind, already 10 people are thinking about it. 2 people are already working on it. And 1 is actually getting his way out. So if you don't implement it so first, somebody else will do it. I'll give an example of myself. So I once thought about hosting a Bitcoin debate. And then someone one day comes to me and like, Faiza, I want us to partner and hosting a Bitcoin debate. I was like, well, I think I have actually never said this. Since that day, I learned my lesson, and I never would want to let any idea that comes to my head just pass by, because you're always competing.
Yeah, just to iterate on that, I think what you're saying is true. I can't remember the exact thing that some time back I read. It's like ideas are floating in the ether of space and time. So the ideas are already there. So you just need to tap it and actualize it. So the same way your reasoning is the same way I also just started this podcast. I don't have all the necessary fancy tools, but I just started it anyways because I kind of thought the same way like you. I told myself if I don't do this, someone else will start a Web3 podcast, which is not bad, but I just started it immediately. So I think your advice is top notch, and I'd also tell it to any other founder out there. If you have an idea, write it down, put it into action immediately, or else someone else will.
Yeah.
Do you have any other parting shots in the world of Web3 or just in general stuff? And oh, by the way, there's something I forgot to ask you. You are talking about cohorts. So I'm just bringing you back a little bit. What actually happens in these cohorts and these you called it races, like
Yeah.
skill race. Yeah. Can you
Mm-hmm.
probably take a few minutes to talk about the skill race that happens, the 30-day skill race?
So yeah. So what happens is we dedicate 30 days, and say in these 30 days we want to be able to understand what is Web3, what is happening. If I want to withdraw, what is MetaMask, what is what is trust, what is Binance. We need to be able to understand the basics, how to read charts, just a basic intro. And then we go all in. How do I actually position myself? What do I want to do? We really help. It's all about introducing people into the Web3 space. And I have seen people from cohort 1, which was the first cohort, become one of the, like, they would never miss the classes for the cohort 2 students. That's how intensive and that's how valuable our classes are. So what we are just teaching you is, how do you position yourself? We teach you how to write a Web3 resume. We need to teach you how to even use AI tools to do a few things, because right now things are happening so fast, and it's just telling us we need to slow down, use whatever resources we have, and relax and think about impacting other people. So that's all about the 30 days. So after 30, so we do it every single day. Every single day we run classes at between 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. For 1 hour, just 1 hour, for 30 days, every single day. And every single day, the students get to update exactly what has been happening, what they learned today, and whatever, however they feel. We don't even force our students, but we are also telling them we are living in an attention economy. We need to see you. We need to see who you are, because I've had an experience in the Web3 space where companies do not even ask for your CV. They ask for your social media handles. So we teach our students to be able to build their online presence well.
Okay.
So it's entails a lot, and I invite everyone to become part of Cryptohubke community, because it's about to get
All right. I'll be a member. I want to know how to revamp my social media just in case,
Yeah.
And could you kind of repeat your social media handles? Though I'll drop them in the notes, but just repeat them so that our listeners get to follow you up and join your account. Yeah.
So we are actually at Cryptohubke across all social media platforms: Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Yes, those ones.
And
Yeah.
what about your personal, or you don't want to gain some followers? Your personal handle.
I need to My personal account is Faiza Naserian on LinkedIn, Faiza Naserian on Twitter.
All right.
If they want to see my pictures, they can go to Instagram at Faiza Naserian.
Yeah, I'm sure the listeners would want to see this very vibrant founder and kind of get to know you.
Yeah.
Our Twitter was suspended and my personal Twitter was suspended, so I'm building a new Twitter handle for the show. But right now, the show, I'll just post it in my personal Twitter at Hazard Crypto. Yeah, it's been amazing hosting you. The conversation, as I usually say, does not end here. I'm hoping to host you in the future. We talk about most of the developments that you will have done in your future endeavors, and good luck in community building. I've learned so much in this episode. I hope the listeners have also learned so much, and thank you so much for the insights and for the amazing
You're
lessons.
welcome.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So see you in the next one, and bye bye.
See you in the next episode.
All right. So just to probably make something clear, Faiza's classes are 8 to 9 East African time. You know, DYOR is global now, so I have to.
Oh
Be
yeah.
clear.
I
Just
like
like
it.
Cryptohubke is global, DYOR is
Yeah.
global too.
Now.
Yeah.
We just completed the last cohort last quarter, so we are yet to start to announce for recruitment for a new cohort for this quarter. But it's like for this quarter we might actually do at the end, because the past one actually where we did at the end, and I don't think we want to also do the third cohort on like this first month. We want to do at the last month of the quarter.
All right, so we should
Q3 last
Q3
month.
towards the end of July.
Yeah.
All right. See you towards the end of July.
Yeah.
All right. Bye. I'm posting this podcast immediately.
Oh my God. So.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Sasa